Hello, this is Vince from MTLFREETV, and welcome to Question Time, the first episode, the inaugural pilot episode. So here we are. Basically, what Question Time is, if you didn't see the original video, is I set up an email address, so I'm going to put that right up on the screen. You can go to the website, which is MTLFREETV/Question Time. That's also on the screen, and you can send me questions. What I will do is I will gather the questions. I'll take some of the best questions, or one of the best questions in this case, and I'll do a video on it. Actually, there was quite a few questions on the playlist loader and people asking on how to create your own list. Also, some people asking me how the list works and where to find links, where to find sources. So this video is going to revolve around playlist creation, looking for links, finding links, creating your own customized list that works for you, and then entering it in an app that will allow you to interact with the list that you've created. So here we go. So right now we're within Kodi, but keep in mind that this isn't limited to just Kodi. If you have an Android system, you can use some of these various Android apps to load up your list. So initially, originally what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find links, right? When you want to create your list, there'll be plenty of places to find your list, so you're going to want to just you can just do a quick search, IPTV lists, IPTV M3U, live TV lists. There's just so many, like live TV Kodi. There's just so many different ways that you could find it. You can get really creative and find multiple ways. I'm going to work with one of the easiest ways. Of course, we're going to try to do this and try to keep it very simple. So there's this website called Pastebin. So if you're not aware of Pastebin, Pastebin is basically kind of like a notepad, like I guess a universal or an open notepad with a source or with an address. So what a lot of people will do, or what most people will do when they use Pastebin, they'll stick things where you can kind of generally grab it, and it's anonymous, so you can just come here and just paste something and that's it. I know anonymous is like posted up, like whenever there's like leaks or information, they would come here, post the information here. But we're not using to leak anything or do anything crazy. We're just gonna come here and look for links. So this is the original, the main page on Pastebin. So if you come pastebin.com, this is the website. On the side here, you're gonna see some public paste. So if somebody's pasted anything, like here you see, oh well, there's just something that's random. For example, if you go further down, here there's a Python or something like that. So you're gonna see here there's scripts. There's just so many different things that you can paste. It could be relevant to you, it could be relevant to somebody else. Either way, that's what Pastebin is for. What we're gonna do is we're gonna search for channels. So if you want to look for something as random as, let's say, the NFL Network, actually I've looked for it before, NFL Now or NFL Network, you can just do a search. We're going to do a search and it's going to pull up, it's going to look for the link, it's looking, and then there you have it. So it's starting to pull up like these links here. So obviously it's going to go by what's relevant. So it's by relevance, right? So you're going to have stuff that's like February 2nd, 2015. Here's 3 days ago. Obviously what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sort it by date. For the simple reason that if you sort it by relevance, something that might be really popular might float up to the top, but it might not be relevant anymore, it might not be good anymore, based on the fact that it's old. The trick or the situation with live streams or links like this is that they go down rather quickly with Pastebin, because it's a public forum. So it's not as reliable as you would think. First place that you would kind of check. There's other deeper places, there's other better places, but we're just going to work with something that's kind of just open. So we've sorted it out by date, and then obviously we're going to have stuff that's I guess 4 hours, so 4 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 12 hours ago. There's never really any guarantees with Pastebin. Obviously you're going to want to check for the freshest links as opposed to something that's a bit older. We're going to go here and we're going to take test Adrian, and we're going to take the top 3, right? We're just going to grab the top 3 right here. We click on it. I'm opening it up in another window, so we have one here. This is a really big list here. There's another list here, and then there's another list. There's another list here that's further down. All these streams can easily be found over the internet. We do not host all that stuff there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to actually just keep it really simple. Once again, I'm just going to do a Control F, and I'm going to look for NFL. So NFL. And you see here, so right here it's pulling up the links. It's telling you where it's being pulled from, or the link is, or the picture that it's being pulled from. What you would do in this case is that you would just highlight it, right? We're just going to do Control C just to copy it. This is like, obviously this is the simplest way is if you just want to watch like the NFL Network or the NFL channel, you're just going to grab the single link. This is at the base. Obviously we're going to, if we want to create a list, we can create a list, and then we're going to go a little bit deeper, but we're just going to keep it really simple for now. So we're going to open up, we're going to go to LeapDroid. LeapDroid, you have multiple like options here. So you're going to have Lazy IPTV, IPTV Pro, which are probably the better ones. Lazy IPTV is really good, but it's more for like, I think it's better for complete lists as opposed to just one link. Also VLC is really good if you're just going to be watching one link. So we're going to use VLC. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into VLC. From VLC here, you're going to have open network stream, but what normally it does, you normally come to like the main page here, but either way, you're going to click on it, you're going to go to stream, and then here's the link. So you're going to click on it, you're going to drop the link that's here, and then you're going to click on play, and then generally, if everything goes good, then the channel that you want to watch is going to work. There you go. So I'm not really going to play it for that long, because obviously we don't want any trouble. I'm just going to come back out. And there you have it. So essentially that's what you've done. You've basically taken like a link, grabbed the link from anywhere, and then you put it into like the VLC player, and then from the VLC player then you just play it and it's ready to go. So essentially to create a playlist, what you would do is you would come in, you would grab the name of the list, you'd grab a couple of channels here and there and create the list that you want, an ideal list. Let's say you want Sky Sports. Obviously then you would come here, you would do a search, Sky Sports. We're going to click on it. Enter. It's going to do a search. It's going to find it. You're going to switch it to date. You kind of switch it to date. Then you're going to kind of look here and see for stuff that are more recent, a bit more recent, because you don't want to start getting into weeks or days or months, because obviously it's not going to be around anymore. So you're going to come here. You're going to open it up. Then you're going to see here that's there. Kind of do Control F. Let's look for Sky Sports. So here's your Sky. So all your Sky is here. So you're going to grab the ones that you need. You're going to grab the entire row here, so you grab that, and then as you go you're going to start to build up your list. If you like, what you could do is there's even websites, there's like online playlist creators. One of the websites that I use is TVRU. This one even has like a bunch of little lists in here too, so you can go there and actually pull a few links from some of these lists. But then essentially what you're going to want to do on this site is that you're going to want to create your list. So then you come here, you start putting that stuff there, and then you could convert it. And then when you convert it, you see everything is there. It's going to tell you, like, it's going to give you a name on it, and it's going to make your playlist. So then when you save it, it's going to save the playlist there. You can put it wherever you want, and then wherever you want, then you're going to just link directly to it. And then once you have your list here, there's your list. You can get a little bit crazy and start, maybe redirecting it to Pastebins and putting it in Dropboxes and stuff like that. And, once you create your perfect list, when the channel goes down, you kind of do the search and create it and come all over and start all over again. And it can get really, really, really vast and really big. This is obviously something that's a little bit more advanced, right? Because when you're starting to use these playlists, you're starting to pull links off the internet, the links kind of go down. You're not relying on somebody like a Metal Kettle or somebody like that to upload the list or create the list. You're basically working on yourself and doing it yourself. The reliability of this can go up, it can go down, because obviously if you have a lot of people using these links or a lot of people using one of these sites, let's say in Kodi, let's say you're using something as like C-Cloud or a live mix to the effect of that, and it goes down relatively often. If you create your own list, the list might give you a little bit more reliability, but then you're working on your own. In addition to that, sometimes these channels are geo-blocked. So you're going to click on it, everything seems good, or you get like really good reviews on this list, but it's not working. That's where VPN comes in. VPN, you might want to redirect all the traffic or make the traffic seem that it's coming from one source. I'm going to put a link on the screen just showing you where you can go and get VPN. Personally, I use PIA, a really good VPN. You can redirect it to multiple countries, and it works really good. Really good, really great. So that's essentially the IPTV, like, because obviously, like I said, there's so many places to go. I don't really want to get into like the multitude of places. You can even do a search on YouTube right here and find multiple links. Back in the day, like we'll say like maybe 2 years ago, Hisham had one of the biggest ones. He had like a 2,000, 3,000 channels in one place. Obviously, the average person doesn't need that many channels. You know, me personally, I watch HGTV and HGTV, Sky Sports, a little bit of TSN here and there. But, you know, like some people, you know, if you want to have a large list, have a large list. But keep in mind, the larger the list, the harder it is to maintain. And there you have it. So, you know what, like, let's say, instead of, like, creating a playlist, let's say we did create a playlist, for example, okay? Instead of making it all complicated and creating lists, if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do that, and I would encourage you to do that. But for the simplicity of this video, we're just going to take a list that's already there. So IPTV, we're just going to do a search. It's going to pull up a bunch of links, obviously. And we're going to do relevant instead of relevance. We're going to set it to date, and then we're going to find like links here. So here there's a list, new IPTV. I'm going to grab this one, all right? We're going to grab this one. We're going to open it up in a new tab. Just open it up here. So here we have it. I think we already had it open before and I closed it, but let's just close some of these other windows here. All right. So we're going to close some of the other windows, and that's done. So here you're going to see there's a bunch of lists here. Obviously here's the link, but that's not the link that you're going to use. What you're going to use is the raw link. So you're going to click on that. This is the raw, which is just the actual data that you need. You don't need anything more than this. This is what you're looking for. So what you're going to do is obviously you're going to grab the link. So keep in mind that you have multiple options. You have the Lazy IPTV, you have IPTV, IPTV Pro, VLC. These are all great places that you can use the IPTV list that we've just created. But we're going to go into Kodi. I'm just going to use Kodi because obviously there's this app called Playlist Loader, which I will show you how to add it in eventually. But I'm just going to show you how to like add the list. So we're going to click on it, Playlist Loader. It's going to open up. We're going to add a new list. So we're going to click on that. The list name, good stuff. Good stuff. There you go. You know, keep it simple. And done. We're going to do a URL. So obviously we're going to click the URL. But if you have a file, then, sorry, I'm just going to go back. Good. Forget it. We won't do good stuff again. If you have a file, like a local file where I showed you just before where you created that file, you're going to click on the file, you're going to link to it, and you're going to use that when you create that file on that website, which was tvtvtv.ru. The M3U file that you've created will be loaded onto this. We're not going to be using that. We're just going to use a remote list URL. So here's the remote list URL. You make sure that you have the HTTP. I think it's gonna paste in anyway. So there you go. You have the HTTP, the Pastebin, the raw, and then this is the link that we've used. So we're going to click on done. We're going to use the logo from the URL or from file. If you have a bunch of URLs, like a website which you're going to be able to grab the URLs from, there's plenty of them on the internet. You're going to be able to do that so that every channel is going to have a picture associated with it. Obviously we don't have any. I didn't prepare anything like that. We're just going to click on none. The logos, once again, it's the logo source, so we're going to do that. We're going to do none again, and then here's your list. So here's the good list. So we're going to click on that. It's going to pull up, and then here's all the channels that we were linking to from the other page. So then here's your list. Obviously, if you click on one of them, obviously it may work, may not work. You know, we don't really know. You kind of just have to play around with it and attempt to see if it works or not. So we're going to click on one of them right now. I'm going to click on A&E. A&E is generally one of the easier channels to get, or one of the easier lists to get. So we're not really going to, I'm pretty confident that this is going to work, but let's wait and see. There you go. And then there's your list. It's in Spanish, so, you know, I guess it's not really what I would personally watch, but somebody who is Spanish origin might be more interested in this one, and that's, you know, it's as simple as that. You know, finding lists, creating your own list. You can create your own channels. Like obviously there's 139 channels here. You might not, or most likely will not need 139 channels. You might need 5, you might need 10. So you could whittle down that list to the core of what you truly need. But like, once again, you can create the list big, small, however you want. But that's essentially how you're going to go fishing for links, looking for links. There's obviously more complicated processes to it. That's actually going to streams, pulling links from streams, looking on websites, looking on YouTube, just doing a search, general search on the web. So many different options, but I want to go through something that's really simple just to get you, like somebody who's interested in creating a list, get your feet wet, go ahead, play around, look around, and create your own list, and that is pretty much it. So let me show you how to add in the playlist loader. So I'll show you how to add that in. As usual, you're going to go to Systems, Add-ons, Install from zip file. Once installed from zip file, you'll go into the MTLFREETV repository. If you do not have the repository, then right on the side there will be a link for you to click on. It'll send you over to a video. This video will show you how to add it in. So do not add that link as the repository. It will not work. It's a video link. So once you click on that, MTLFREETV, then you're going to go to World Add-ons. World Add-ons, you're going to go to Hebrew, then you're going to have Israel Live. So you're going to add that in. I was having issues, to be honest, adding it in when you go into the repository. Obviously, you get the notification at the side of the screen. I'm going to add it in the manual way. You should always add in the repository, but just in case you're having issues, then you're going to want to come in here. So you're going to go into Others, you're going to go to Programs, and Programs, here's your playlist loader. You're going to click on it. Obviously, you're going to get the notification, but if ever you want to do it the normal way or the regular way, then you're going to have to go into Install from Repository or Get Add-ons, depending on which version you have. From there, you're going to go into XBMC, Israeli Streaming Sites. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to Videos, and then from Videos, then here's your playlist loader. So you're going to click on it, Install, and then you're going to have your playlist loader. So this is I guess the end of the first ever question time video. So basically, thank you. Keep sending those questions. I have another video that another question that or a few questions that some people have asked, and that I will do on another video on. I'm gonna probably do it. I might do it tonight. We'll see how the flow is. It's 11 o'clock, so the night is still a little bit early. So we might do a second one. But thanks again. Keep sending in those questions. The information's right on the screen. So question time at MTLFREETV.com, and the web page or the home page for the question time videos is going to be MTLFREETV/question time. Also, I have my YouTube app, so you're going to be able to get the question times videos there. This is, like I said, this is something that I'm going to start to do. Let's make these videos a little bit more interactive. You could send questions to the email or write in the comments. I really appreciate this. I hope you enjoyed the video. MTLFREETV.com is the website. Thinking of getting your second, third, maybe even your first Android device? Maybe you even like a t-shirt of the logo. MTLFREETV.com is the place. We ship worldwide. MTLFREETV, theboards.net, is the boards where you'll be able to keep up with all the updates and changes that I post up. tinyurl.com/MTLFREETV is the mailing list, and MTLFREETV@gmail.com is the email. And don't forget the MFTInstaller. It's the best place for Android devices to get all their movies, TV shows, and streaming apps all in one place. And best of all, it's free. Free download. You go to the website, which is right on the screen, MTLFREETV.com/MFTInstaller. Like, share, and most importantly, enjoy. Take care.